Sorry about that, guys. Phone call came in. Hey, I don't have a camera. I'm poor, so I got to do it with my phone, which is why it's such low quality. Um, and again, when I do my tour, I'm going to try to make it as high quality as possible. Um, so, like I said, once I figure out how to get a high quality video uploaded to YouTube, um, that'll be that. But anyway, as I was going on about headlights, guys, sorry, I know I'm running late. I'm running long on these videos, but it's important. Vehicle maintenance doesn't take 5 minutes, all right? If you don't know anything about cars, you're lost. You need explanation is key because you don't want to get screwed. So it's going on headlights and taillights. I'll tell you what I did. Since everything's working, I went ahead and I bought them anyway, and I replaced them. Well, I kept the stuff that I replaced. I kept the old stuff. So this way I have a spare set for whatever. So your headlights, a lot of times if you got a sealed system, in other words, it's not one of those little lights that you can, you've got your plastic outer cover and then you've got the light plugging into it. You can't help, your outer shell getting hazy. If you've got sealed beam systems like me, bada bing, alright? Mine were really hazy, and I replaced them, and they still work, so I kept them. But, you wanted the maximum amount of light that you can get. And, I went middle of the road with my headlights, and that's what I should recommend to you. Don't get the low quality stuff for your headlights, because you want a decent pair of headlights. What's $5? I mean, even for me, I can afford the extra $5 per headlight to put in some decent stuff. Okay, what you're looking at headlights, usually you can buy them at Walmart. You can buy the non-sealed beam systems for about $7, $8 with tax per light. They've got a dual light system usually. You can buy 2 for a pack, and you save yourself money. They're about $13. Your regular, just low-quality headlights. But like I said, it's your choice. Like I said, I got middle of the road. I got some Sylvania Performance, and it gets you a little bit brighter light and a little bit lasting light. So, like I said, and I got the tail lights, and I replaced the tail lights because you never know. The little lights like that, they have a limit, and then they just burn out, much like your common house light. And of course, you use your blinkers and your brake lights all the time. So go out and get yourself a pair. All right, like I said, those tail lights were $5. So didn't break the bank, and I know they're gonna work. And if they don't, I got something that can fix it. Just pop it in, pop it out. I don't gotta go shopping, because who knows if even those shops are gonna be open if stuff hits the fan. All right. So it's a decently cost-effective way to ensure that you're prepared, no matter what, that you don't have to stop on the side of the road because your light went out. All right? So that's what I recommend for your headlights. Any kind of light, really. Buy an extra light. Buy a spotlight, because you don't know if you're going to have to go in the middle of the desert or the hills or the forest. I mean, it really just depends on what happens and how stuff hits the fan. But, I mean, these are all just general good recommendations anyway, because as prices go higher, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it because you got an extra set. So, I mean, even if you don't believe that stuff's going to hit the fan, you know what? General maintenance on your car is always a good idea. Okay? Let's go into tires and oil. Let me give you a story about tires and oil, because this is what you're going to see really bad, because your tires are made of oil, and obviously oil is made of oil. So the tires you're starting to see right now, because honest to God, tire companies make a fortune. When I was a shop manager at a company, a repair shop, I used to do the invoicing, and let's just say we bought a buttload of the same tire in bulk for about $25 a tire. And what did we sell them at? Sold them at $75 a tire. Okay, so major up cost on all these things. Okay, so don't ever You know, the price to make something and the price that they sell something is sometimes pretty bad. But the tire companies you're starting to see an increase in tire prices. You know that when Walmart raises their prices. All right. Walmart's definitely a good company to go for tires. I mean, cheap tires. They've got some good stuff there, but you know, it all depends on how much money you have. Okay. But like I said, Walmart increases their prices. You know that tires are about to go explode because they're made with oil. And if you don't know what's going on in the world, hey, read a newspaper, man, because there's some stuff going on that's going to raise oil prices. So get your tires now. You know, unless you just got them or they're a decent tread still, get your tires. You don't even have to put them on. I mean, you know, if your tires are about you know, if you got a tread depth gauge, which you always should, your normal tire, your car tire, comes at about a 10-30 seconds tread depth. Okay, it's a brand new tire. If you've got about a 6 and lower, I mean, if you got a 3, you need to replace them anyway. But if you got a 6, I think you might want to consider buying just an extra set. Wear those tires out, and now you have these tires to put on. If you don't have the storage space, I'll tell you, but tires are about to go up in price. You're going to see probably a pretty substantial increase in tires. So get them while you still can, if you can. I went and spent $320 installed at Walmart. You know, I got me a cheap set, but I really don't expect to be driving that much longer, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, you know, depending on what you got, you know, it could reach up to $800 for a set of 4 tires. You know, my Jeep tires, they cost me $700 because I got some bigger tires, some off-roaders. So that's another thing. If you got a truck or anything and you bought substantially larger tires than what your vehicle came with, your gas mileage is going down. By how much? It's an argument in between the automotive community, but it's going to go down. So if you want bigger tires, don't go a size above what you got. Only go one size above. My car recommends 205s. I went to 215s. And you know, the gas mileage isn't that big of a difference that you're losing. So, you know, a lot of these guys got their bug-out vehicles and they got these super swampers on and what have you. They're getting 10 miles to the gallon. You know what? You could bug out, but you ain't bugging out no 400 miles like I can. So you got to think about that stuff, and especially if you upgrade your rim size. Oh, I feel sorry for you guys who upgrade your rim size. I feel sorry for you guys who lowered your vehicles, whatever vehicle you got, because once you increase rim size, I mean, yeah, you can get a lightweight rim. If you pay for a decent rim, you're not going to see much of a difference, but you still are, because it's all about road travel. You know what I'm saying? How many revolutions can the wheel do? If you got a bigger rim, it's going to do less revolutions. So I'm not going to get all into that, but if you got the money, go buy a set of tires. If your tires aren't that bad, go buy a set anyway if you got someplace to store them. And you'll know, like I said, you'll have a little bit of time to figure out if you need to put them on. You know. So I got me a set of 4 sitting in my garage, and or my storage unit, and they're ready to go. And I'm gonna put them on pretty soon. So, like I said, if you can, go out and buy a set of 4, or at least 2 for your 2-wheel drive vehicles. Put them on your drive axle, whatever. You have a rear-wheel drive, put them on the rear. You got a front-wheel drive, put them on the front. You want at least good traction on whatever your drive axle is. Pure and simple. The engineers will argue with you to the day you die about that. My professional opinion, you want them on your drive axle. Okay? So anyway, another thing you want to buy bulk. Bam! Oil. Oil's going to start to go up as well, and everybody knows that. Okay? Costco, Sam's Club. You can buy a 12 quarts for $30. Alright, that ain't bad. how much you want. I've got a case per vehicle. So I've got enough. I've got 3 vehicles. And I've got enough to change all 3 of the vehicles, 3 oil changes. So that's what you want. You want about 3 oil changes. If you think you're going to need more, buy more. If you've got a car with synthetic oil in it that came with synthetic oil, you got to buy the synthetic oil, and that unfortunately is that'll cut your cost double. Okay, that'll increase your cost double. So for a 6 quarts, you're going to be paying the same as I paid for my 12. Don't change it out. Don't go to, if your car came with synthetic oil from the factory, don't go to regular oil. However, if you all of a sudden decided to go to synthetic and your car came with regular oil, you can go back to it. Not recommended necessarily, but hey, you ain't got the money, buy the regular oil. You know, personally, my whole thing with synthetic oil is it's not a big deal unless you have a high-performance engine. A lot of the times, well, not a lot of the times, but it does happen. Guys, let me tell you something. If you're thinking about switching over to synthetic and you've got regular engine oil and you've got extremely high mileage, don't do it because it could ruin your engine. Because the cleaning agents in synthetic oil are super cool. And if you've got an engine that's been worn out a bit, it's going to clean all the stuff that's holding your engine together, and your engine's not going to work right. I've seen it happen. I'm not saying it's common, but it can happen. So keep that in mind. You know, if you guys want me to go in more detail about that, I can. I won't for this because, again, I'm running out of time. I've already on part 3. I should be touring the car right now, but I'm trying to get you guys prepared. So tires and oil, big thing that's going to go up in price very soon. Okay, so stock up on these things. Stock up on your oil as much as you think you'll need. Like I said, I got oil and filters. You can't jump on filters. You're going to change your oil, you're going to change your filter. So get however many times you're going to change your oil, get however many times the filter goes. You know what I'm saying? So I got 3 oil filters per car. So get your oil filters. You want to get your high-performance oil filters? Be my guest. If you want to get a K&N oil filter, you're going to be paying more, but it is a superior filter. And I change those every other oil change. I have a car that I use for performance, and I change the K&N every other oil change. So every 10 grand, every 10K, I change that oil filter because I think the K&N that has a 9-micron filter rate, whereas your standard STP or Fram has a 3-micron oil filter rate. You know, get what you pay for, whatever you want to do. But the oil filter is relatively cheap still as well. They've gone up about a quarter in price as far as I could tell. So you can get your standard oil filter for about $3-4 bucks. So pay $12-15 bucks for 3 oil filters, however many you got, go with it. With your tires and SHTF situation, boom, fix a flat. Gotta have a can of this for any SHTF situation. There is no way you want to be on the road and you get a flat. You're screwed. You are screwed. Alright? I recommend Slime. I bought this a couple years ago. Still good. Haven't used it. So, if stuff hasn't hit the fan yet, don't put this in your damn tire. Don't put the slime. Don't put this in your tire. You're going to mess up the tire. You're going to mess up your balance. And if you want to get the tire repaired, if it's repairable, they're going to say no. Because the stuff messes up the inside of your tire. They can't put a patch on it. Some people will still do it. I wouldn't. You know? Because what this does is it interacts with the inside of the tire, makes it slick. You can't get this stuff off. However, in an SHTF or a big-time emergency situation, this is the stuff right here. So, again, I recommend Slime. It's green. It's a little bit more expensive, but it works a whole lot better. So I got me a can of Slime, but this is what I'm showing you right now because a lot of people, they know Fix-A-Flat. So get you a can of Fix-A-Flat. How much should you put in there? Probably about half a can, depending on how big. Your smaller cans, put the whole thing in. That's a medium-sized can. I put half of this in for the size of the puncture. Who knows? Another thing I don't have with me is a tire repair kit. You're going to want to have a tire repair kit just in case as well. Again, stuff hits the fan. You don't know if you can go to a shop and get it repaired. So get yourself a tire repair kit. It's a little tin needle. You plug it in, pull it out. Maybe I'll be able to show you that in the walk around. Hang on.